Alright guys, NMRC here with you guys. Got the tires off. I took one side of this truck apart. It's the Bronco Trx4. So reason why I'm tearing it down, it's been well over a year, probably a year and a couple months, maybe a year and a half, okay? I have never done any maintenance to this truck at all. Ran it through mud, water, snow, sand, dirt, whatever, rock, everything. It's been through all the elements. I crawl year round. I'm not scared of the heat or the cold. I don't care. I'll run it. So yeah, it's been ran probably a year and a half, I want to say, at best. So I've taken a lot of this stuff off on one side. As you can see, it's pretty scraped up. But what impresses me is these dills here really don't have any play back and forth, like where they just shove right out. See, I'm pushing really hard and it's not popping right out. I mean, it has a little bit of play, but for the abuse I put this thing through, and if you guys watch my stuff and watch Duke City RC Adventures, he's the one that gets a lot of my more crazy scenes, I guess you can say. You'll know. You'll see it. There's video proof that I beat the holy H out of this thing, you know what I mean? And for these to be that good, that's the rear. Here's the front one right here, and it's the same, man. I mean, these things are pretty good on these rod link ends. So, I'm rather impressed with the ingenuity of this truck so far. And yeah, a lot of these screws are brown, if you can even see that. Yeah, it's hard to see it, but see how it's real brown? Come on, phone. Well, anyway, you can tell. You can get the gist of it, how brown that is. Plus you can see the brown in that screw hole to this battery tray of how much I run it through the water. So why am I throwing all the screws in one thing? Am I going to mix them up? I'm not going to put the right ones in. Well, it really doesn't matter, because I'm going to get all stainless steel screw kit for it. I'm going to get that sealed bearing kit for it. I'm going to go through the whole truck. It's, like I said, been ran so long and neglected so long that it's time to fix it. And the reason why I'm doing it is because I think this portal gear here, I blew it out. I think I messed it up bad in here. And I've rigged so much stuff on this thing, and it's lasted so long that I forgot it was broken. And then recently, the stuffs that I've band-aided have started breaking again. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I freaking band-aided that, and now I gotta fix it. So just like the diff here, that diff selector, that plastic diff selector that locks it and unlocks it, that plastic dill broke long time ago. I just shoved it in there where it holds it in the lock position, stuff like that. So it's time to take her apart and do it right. As you can see, this thing has been rode hard and put away wet. I mean, look at all these scratches all over this thing. Has the Mamba 3800 kV. I know it's a short course truck system, censored system, but it works just fine in my crawler. So that's the first Castle censored system that ever came out before the crawling ones. So I bought that right away. Do it in the Defender, not that one exactly, but I threw it in that guy, and it did no problems. So I threw it on this guy, and it rips, man. I mean, I haven't broken this one like to the point right now where it can't go or drive or do anything until now. Last time I did something like that was the Silver Defender. So as you can see, I mean, it's all scraped up like crazy. So I'm gonna finish taking it apart and I'll show the damage and how the bearings are. I'm sure the bearings are like seized. I don't even know how this thing still rolls. See, it still turns decently. It should be a lot smoother than that, but I mean, for being beaten on and not maintenance for a year and a half, it's really good. So alright guys, I'll get you back on and taking this thing apart the rest of the way. Alright guys, as you can see, got the rest of the fender well off, the side skirt or whatever you want to call that, and the front shock tower shocks off. And now we can lift this chassis right off the axles here. And there's the axle, rear axle. I was kind of thinking about taking this front one before I broke it, or not off of this rig, but thinking about taking the one off the Defender, since the Defender doesn't run right now. Has no motor, ESC, and I think no servo in it. So I took that stuff out to put in another project that I sold, which was the Northwood Force RC crawler that I made into a dually and traded it for this bomber here. I think I made a video on that. If I didn't, you guys know now. It didn't have the rims on it. I bought those and put those rims on it, and did the dual shock front and back, stuff like that. I still got a lot more stuff to do. I got a cool blue servo in for that. That was just set there for retrofit. Got metal links, steering links in the front. Gonna get C-hubs and knuckles, aluminum for it, and links, and then I'll probably sell this one. So I'm trying to sell the 4-wheel steel Wraith, metal cage Wraith over there. But anyway, I was gonna take that front axle off of that guy and put it on here on the Bronco and make it a 4-wheel steer, 4-locking differential, 2-speed crawler. But I need more channels to have to do the rear steer independently like I have on the Wraith, instead of hooking up a Y from each servo into that and then they both turn all the time together. I don't like that, because then, you know, when you want to just make a regular turn instead of a super sharp turn, you can't, because you'll just be making donuts. But as you can see, there's some grime on the top of the axle there. The rear one's not that bad. Let's set this over here out of the way. Man, I wish I had a scale so I can weigh up those axles with all that GPM brass stuff on it. My magnet's stuck to the chassis here. Hang on. If I can get that off. There we go. Put that back on my screwdriver here. And then look at all that grime on that transmission, man. Year and a half, just like a real car, just all grimy and greasy and grungy. So now all I gotta do is take all this stuff out, which is a lot easier now with nothing in its way really. Take these bumper brace mounts out. This is already ready to slide out once I undo this guy, undo this here, and then that and that. But yeah, I just figured I'd show you guys a mild tear down and stuff. And if you guys are worried about doing this and then worried about where the screws go back, if you don't want to sit there and label it all, don't hold me to this, but I'm sure that Trx4 probably has a printout of their kit of the Sport, which would be basically the same layout in a way for most of it. And if not, somebody on YouTube probably shows the instructions of what screws go where and sizes and all that. So I'm sure in that kit they have that, but I'm not 100% sure. Never built the kit, so don't know. But yeah, there you go, guys. I'm gonna finish this up, and then what do you guys think? Should I go with the aluminum tranny case, skid plate, motor mount, dill? Should I just like throw everything at it, aluminum / brass, on this thing? I mean, I know it's gonna be heavier than heck, and try and crawl it and see what it can do with that, everything that you can put on it, and see how it performs. You guys comment down below, let me know if that's what you want to see. I'll do my best to get it done as soon as possible in a timely manner. We do have the holidays coming up, but I'll throw the 92 kg bumper braces and brass on here. If they make the frame braces out of aluminum or brass, whatever is brass and aluminum that I can replace on this, I'll do it. You guys just let me know, and depending on how many people will let me know and comment on that, then I'll do it. I'll even throw metal drive shafts, all that stuff, and see how it performs with a TRX fully decked out. Do have two bead locks on those tires, as you guys see in videos of it running. That's what it has. I'll try and change everything. Even these servos, I'm going to get metal servos that my uncle has, that he bought off of eBay, I believe. Really powerful, strong little servos. I'll get those. I already have an aftermarket servo here, of course, ESC and motor. But yeah, just anyway, enough blabbing. If you guys want to see it, let me know. We'll make this thing one heavy tank. It is a Bronco, so it'll be fitting. And I'll get a scale, I guess, and weigh up all this stuff before I put all the aftermarket. If we do that, do a before and after of what it really weighs, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in to NMRC. Just another build video / garage video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode, depending on how many people comment on this one. Alright, thanks guys. See you later.